Hello, friends. It's Jelly Postcard Play Day 21. I, I think. I won't know till I see the number. I think it's day 21. Anyway, it's Capricorn, which is my zodiac sign. Yay. And they wanted me to do green. And I'm okay with green, except I kind of like purple. So I decided I'm going to use this jelly print that I did with some paper that it was an enormous amount of instructions in my scolopine patches. It's a thing they use for seasickness, that kind of stuff. So I made these jelly prints and I'm using this one as my background, and I kind of like it because it looks like a little bit of a green nebula. And I don't know if nebulas can be green, but it doesn't matter. And I did speed this up 2 times so that you're not going crazy, but there is a lot of drawing in here, so I wanted to have that be available as I trim off what I thought was going to be fine but didn't anyway. There it is. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I like it. I like it. So we need to have, what do you call it? The dates that are for Capricorn are 12/21 to January 19th. And there is the constellation, which I'm going to put in with some white paint. And I did kind of like use the rice paper to trace, which is, so it may not be totally accurate, but there it is. It is what it is. Now Capricorn, for some reason, only had one word. It was chill. I guess maybe we need to chill more. Who knows? Capricorn is a half fish, half goat. Difficult to draw. Let me say, it is day 21. Hello, I was correct. Yay. Anyway, so doing a half goat, half fish on this background would have been difficult. So I took a piece of card that I felt that's how big I wanted it to be, and I figured I'd do my drawing in there. So I did look at some pictures of goats to kind of get an idea. And the interesting about a goat that I noticed was that goats, the little black thing, their eyes are really different. They have like a side, the black thing in their eye is sideways. It's almost alien-like. I didn't read about why it's like that, but there it is. I drew out my pictures. Here, hang on. There's a little closer look at my drawing the picture, which, all right. So being that I'm going to cut it out, it really doesn't matter. So I just colored it in and filled in spots. So when I'm coloring it in, I'm trying to pick the best, because now I have this background pencil, and yeah, I'm searching for my sharpener now. Background and pencil, and I can kind of adapt and adjust if I'm not liking the way it looks. So with the colored pencil. But you have to be careful, because if you screw up with the colored pencil, you're going to have to cut it away. There it is. So I used several different colors. I thought, and it's my goat. Oh, and the other thing is their nostrils are horizontal too. So it's really different. Strange. Anyway, so I did the kind of blue purple on the background, or the outline, and then I used like a creamy colored, and what I'm doing is I'm pulling in the purple from the outside, the outlining, and trying to make that a shading, because I wanted it lighter so it would sit on the thing correctly on the background. And I'm just, yeah, I know you don't need to watch somebody cutting out their stuff, but I did want to say something when we're doing this fussy cutting. So you're going to get into trouble trying to go in around that curvature area to the first horn. But so you just keep going, and then you're going to go in from the outside. The reason why it gets tough is because now you've got that hook and you've got to try to get around it without cutting it apart. So I'm going to do the rest of the goat, and it's pretty easy, done. And then we're going to go back in from the opposite way and just give it little bitty cuts. You have to be really careful when you're doing that because you don't want to cut it off. And now you're going to have a little bit of white in there. So rather than fuss about it, just take out the paint, the color, the crayon, whatever you're using, and fill it in. And it's going to be fine. And it will look perfect. It'll look okay. So then I took a regular black marker and sort of highlighted the facial features. I didn't want to do the scales for the fish because I don't like the way that they turn out. That it's not a mermaid, right? It's a Capricorn. There it is. And I tried to look up why they did half fish and half goat. And to be honest, I could not find anything that explained it. So just because the internet is there doesn't mean it gives you the information you want. So there it is. I will continue because I am kind of curious why Greek or whoever figured it out. Most of the time it's the Greeks. Why they made it half fish and half goat. I didn't understand that. So I'm going to continue to look into that and figure it out. And if I ever do, which I probably will, I've done several Capricorns. But this is the first time I added the fishtail. I don't normally do that. But as we continue. So now I'm going to do the symbol, which is an N with a little curvature at the end. And I just do that so that I can bring the marker in and follow along. Because when I do it with the marker, somehow or another, I always screw up. So that worked out better for me. And then I highlight it with my white pen because my white pen is just so amazing. I like my white pen. It works out really nicely. And at first I was like, maybe I'll just do a little bit. And then I'm like, no, let's make the whole thing. Let's just make it a border because then it pops off the background really nice. And I like the way it came out. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should have left it or should I use paint? Paint is tough though. I don't write well in paint. So this is going to be the dates, and then I'll put on Capricorn, and then the letter, the saying, which is chill. I guess maybe they don't think we chill enough. What can I tell you? So what do you think about this one? Do you think it's working out all right? Do you think it was okay that I did the purple with the green, even though they didn't say I could have purple in it? I do a lot of purple though. Purple and blue are my fave colors. There's my chill, and then I think I add a little black to it to kind of buff it up a bit. I like the way this one came out. So maybe I'm on a roll, or maybe the fact that it is my zodiac sign is got stuff to do with this. So attaching the make-believe lines to the zodiac constellation. I don't know. If you have suggestions, I'd love to hear what your suggestions are. I'm kind of happy with this one. I appreciate any feedback. I appreciate you watching. That's always a nice thing to do. Yeah. We'll see what comes out tomorrow. Yeah? I'll talk to you then. Thanks for being here.